Fixating on things you claim to despise usually starts as a basic survival mechanism. Your brain is a threat detector first and a joy seeker second. When something triggers strong disgust or anger, your nervous system flags it as dangerous. That means it demands monitoring. What feels like passionate hatred on the surface is often just high-stakes hypervigilance underneath. Psychologists call part of this reaction formation, a defense mechanism where you unconsciously overcompensate for feelings you can't accept. Sometimes what you hate in others is a trait you deeply suppress in yourself. Other times, it represents a boundary violation that left you feeling powerless. Fixating on it gives you a false illusion of control. If you keep eyes on the target, it can't surprise you again. Then, the digital world takes over. Modern platforms are literally built on outrage loops. Every time you check that profile, read that hate thread, or quote tweet that enemy, your brain gets a spike of dopamine. It's weird, but anger is high arousal. It activates the same neural reward pathways as pleasure. You get hooked on the chemical charge of being right, being morally superior, or just being mad. That's where the shift happens. The obsession feeds on itself. The more mental bandwidth you surrender to what you hate, the less energy remains for what you actually love. Relationships wither. Creative projects collect dust. You stop building your own world because you're too busy pacing around the perimeter of someone else's. Your identity slowly gets anchored to what you oppose rather than what you create. There's also a heavy cognitive tax. Constant exposure to your personal triggers keeps cortisol elevated. You stay stuck in a mild, chronic fight-or-flight state. Over time, this emotional friction erodes your core values. You start adopting the exact toxic behaviors, rigid thinking, and petty hostility you originally condemned in the other party. The irony is brutal. Breaking out requires radical indifference. Not forgiveness, not forced positivity, just cold, deliberate withdrawing of your attention. You have to treat your focus like finite currency. Every second spent monitoring the threat is a second stolen from your actual life. It means closing the tab, blocking the account, walking away mid-thought. Knowledge is king.